is meant to be here to introduce us all today to a Kingdom Quest, but she's not here yet. I wonder what happened. Maybe she slept through her alarm. I'll just send her a quick text. But while I'm waiting for it to get back to us, I've got a little quiz for us to start today with. We are looking today at power. And I love superheroes and superhero films. Loads of superheroes have special powers. So I wonder if you can guess which power goes with which hero. Are you ready for our superhero quiz? First up, Spider-Man. What is Spider-Man's power? Is it flying or climbing? What do you think? Pick one. Flying or climbing? It's climbing. If you got that right, give yourself a point. Number 2 is Hawkeye. He's very serious, doesn't he? What can he do? Is it seeing through walls or is it shooting arrows? Which one is it? It's shooting arrows. He shoots really well and always hits his target. Next up, we've got Ant-Man. Is Ant-Man's power changing size or is it mind control? It's changing size. He can shrink right down or grow really massive. Next up, we've got Hulk. What is he good at? What's his power? Is it smashing or is it digging? Which do you think is the right answer? Smashing, digging. It's smashing. Yeah, the Hulk smash. It's amazing, isn't it? He's so powerful. Now, next up is Thor. He's got quite a few powers. He's also got a really powerful weapon. Is his powerful weapon a shield or a hammer? It's a hammer. He swings it and he throws it. It's really good. And last but not least, we've got Wonder Woman. What is her power? Is it invisibility or is it strength? What do you think? Is she invisible or is she really strong? What is her power? It is her strength. Well, for everyone that you got right, give yourself a point. Don't forget to let me know how many points you've got today in our superhero quiz. Those superheroes are so powerful, but they've also all got special moves. So we're going to do a bit of a game. So get yourself up out of your seat, have a bit of a stretch, because I want you to do those superhero actions as fast as you can. So first up, we've got Hawkeye. He shoots arrows, so I want you to get an invisible bow and pull it back. Choo! And then you can do it the other way if you want. Choo! We've got Spider-Man. Now he shoots webs out of his hands. So put those fingers down. It's ch, shoot your webs. Ch, ch. Wonder Woman has special magical cuffs that protect her. So she does this to block and get some power. So you're going to do that bit like the X Factor sign. Then we've got Hulk smash. And I want you to take your fist and I want you to smash into the floor like the Hulk. Smash, smash. We've got Ant-Man. He makes himself small and then really big. Small, then really big. And last but not least, we've got Thor with his hammer. He swings it around to charge up and then he throws it. Swings it and throws it. So I'm going to call out one of those superheroes and I want you to do their move as fast as you can. We'll see if I can keep up as well with them. Spider-Man, Hawkeye, Wonder Woman, Hulk, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Thor, Hulk, Hawkeye, Hawkeye, Thor, Wonder Woman, Hulk, Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Thor, Wonder Woman, Thor, Hulk, Ant-Man, Thor, Hulk, Ant-Man, Spider-Man. Phew, that was a bit tiring. I think I need Princess Penny to come take over. Let's see if she's replied to my message. She says she's gone into hiding. What is that about? I'm going to have to give her a ring. Penny, is that you? We need you here at the Kingdom Quest. Everyone's waiting for you.
I just can't, Sean. Have you not heard? On the weather report this morning, it said there's a dragon that's meant to be coming. A dragon! I can't be outside if a dragon's coming. It'll kill all of us.
A dragon? That does sound pretty scary, but you know that your dad's the king. You can probably trust him to be powerful enough to deal with a dragon.
Talk to my dad? What's my dad going to do about a dragon?
Why don't you go and see him? I'm sure he'll know what to do.
Okay, I'll go and see him. But I'm still so frightened. I really hope he can help, because otherwise, what are we going to do? We've only got one fire extinguisher. How's that going to protect us against a dragon? Dad, did you hear there's a dragon coming to the Kingdom of Kenju? What are we going to do?
Don't worry, Penny, don't worry. I've heard about this. Don't worry, I can sort dragons out. I've got a history of defeating dragons. So, like that.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is, it's quite easily done. Here's another one.
Wow, you really are powerful, Dad. I guess I don't have to worry about that dragon because you're way more powerful than any dragon.
Absolutely. You have to put your trust in me, your king and your dad, and I'll protect you. I can do all these things for you. You know, I've defeated 27 dragons in my lifetime.
27?
Absolutely.
That's
So I know
amazing.
all about them.
Great. Well, I guess I can get back to normal then, can't I?
And don't be afraid. Trust in me.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay,
I'm off to the shops.
great.
Once I knew that everything was going to be all right with the dragon, I thought I'd better take myself off to the shops to buy myself some food. And while I was there, I thought of an amazing game that we could play. It's the higher or lower game. So for everything I show you, I need you to tell me whether it's a higher price or a lower price than the next one. So first up, I bought some bread. How much do you think my bread was? If you can get it within 10p, I'll give you a point. The bread was 49p. If you got anywhere between 39p and 59p, you can have a point. Well, the next thing that I looked at was 4 tins of Heinz baked beans. Do you think the price was higher or lower than the bread? What do you think? If you think higher, point up. If you think lower, point down. Is it higher or lower? It was 249p, £2.49. It was a higher price. If you said higher, give yourself a point. Next up, to go with my beans, I got some oven chips. Oh, yummy. Do you think those oven chips were higher or lower price than the beans? If it's higher, point up. If it's lower, point down. Those oven chips were 90p, so they were a lower price. If you said lower, give yourself a point. Then to go with those oven chips, I got myself some yummy bacon. Do you think the price was higher or lower for the bacon? Cheaper than the chips or more expensive? If you think higher, point up. If you think lower, point down. The bacon was 179p or £1.79. It was a higher price. If you said higher, give yourself a point. And the next thing was some eggs. Do you think those eggs were higher in price or lower in price than the bacon? Remember, higher, point up, lower, point down. Those 6 eggs were 89p, a lower price. If you said lower, give yourself a point. Your last chance to get a point. This packet of delicious cheese, I sprinkle that on top of everything. Pizzas, pasta, chocolate, maybe not the chocolate, but cheese. Do you think that's more expensive or less expensive than the eggs? Higher or lower? Do you think it's higher than the eggs or lower? If you think higher, point up. Lower, point down. It was 249p, higher. If you said higher, give yourself a point. Well, I hope you enjoyed sharing my shopping trip with me. I'm off home to cook some of that delicious food. Back to Shan at the castle. I'm so glad Princess Penny sorted out her dragon problem so that she could head off to the shops to get herself some tea. Well, one dragon we don't have to worry about is Douglas. He's been spending the week with Henley, Harvey and Arlo. I hear they went to Milton Keynes and even to the seaside. Let's see some pictures of what he's been up to.
Eyes ready, steady.
I got it!
It looks like Douglas has had a brilliant time. Well, this week he's going to be going to spend some time with the Leonard family. Douglas, have a brilliant week. Send us some pictures so we can see what you've been up to. Well, I wonder if you can remember what we've been talking about in Kingdom Quest so far. In our first week, we heard that a messenger had come, bringing good news that a king was coming. And last week, we saw King Jesus come and tell people how to get into God's kingdom. Can you remember what he said people had to do? There was a special word that started with an R. Repent. And repent meant stop the way that you're going, turn round, and to go towards Jesus. Follow him. Well, we saw the first followers of Jesus weren't who we'd expect. They were some smelly fishermen. Well, I'm really excited to hear a bit more about the next part of the story of Jesus. Let me grab our Bible and let's see. Jesus and his followers left the synagogue. They all went at once with James and John to the home of Simon and Andrew. Simon's mother-in-law was sick in bed with a fever. The people there told Jesus about her, so Jesus went to her bed, took her hand and helped her up. Immediately the fever left her and she was healed. Then she began serving them. That night, after the sun went down, the people brought to Jesus all who were sick. They also brought those who had demons in them. The whole town gathered at the door of the house. Jesus healed many who had different kinds of sickness. He also forced many demons to leave people, but he would not allow the demons to speak because they knew who he was. Early the next morning, Jesus woke and left the house while it was still dark. He went to a place to be alone and pray. Later, Simon and his friends went to look for Jesus. They found him and said, "Everyone is looking for you." Jesus answered, "We should go somewhere else to other towns around here. Then I can preach there too. That is the reason I came." So he travelled everywhere in Galilee. He preached in the synagogues and forced demons to leave people. Wow, what an incredible story. How powerful Jesus is. Did you see the first amazing thing that he did? He went to Simon's house, where Simon's mother-in-law was so poorly she couldn't even get out of bed. In those days, having a fever meant you were really sick, and it might have been they worried that she would die. But Jesus went in, he took her by the hand, and straight away she got out of bed and started looking after them all. Maybe she went and made them some tea, got them a cuppa. She was better straight away just because Jesus went and took her hand. Isn't that incredible? And the good news about Jesus' power spread to other people in the town, so much that all of them in the whole town came and stood at Simon's door that night. And Jesus healed loads of people, and he got rid of demons, evil spirits in people. Jesus is powerful over sickness and over evil. Jesus didn't have to take Simon's mother's hand, but he chose to because he cared about her. Jesus is powerful, but he also cares for people. And that's a great link to our new song for this week. Nothing's Too Big. I hope you really enjoy singing it.
Hey! Go! Nothing's too big, big, big for his power. And nothing's too little, little for his care. Nothing's
Jesus had healed everyone in that town. He'd made them well from all their sickness and freed them from evil. People thought, this is brilliant. We've got a king here who is powerful to rescue us from sickness and from evil. But Jesus said there was more to what he'd come to do. Do you remember what he did first thing the next morning? Jesus went out into a quiet place to pray. That means he wanted to talk to his dad, God the Father. And when they came to find him, Jesus said what he really wanted to do was to go to other towns and villages to preach, to teach people about what it meant to be in God's kingdom and how they could get to be there too. Even though Jesus was so powerful, he didn't just come to fix people's bodies, to get them free from their sicknesses. He showed his power then so that when he taught, people knew that they could trust in him. We know that we can trust a firefighter to fight a fire, that they are powerful because they're wearing a uniform. They come with a fire engine and a hose ready to protect us. We know that we can trust a police officer to keep us safe because they've got all the right equipment and they're wearing that uniform that shows that they have that power. Earlier we saw with Princess Penny that she wasn't afraid of the dragon anymore because she saw how powerful her dad, the king, was. Because of all the things he'd done in the past, she knew that she could trust in him now. It's a bit like that with Jesus. He showed that he was so powerful over sickness and over evil that we should really listen to him. We need to listen to the powerful King, Jesus, the one who shows he has power over sickness and over evil. He will show us the way to be in God's kingdom. Well, today's craft that's going to be brought to us by Prince John, Penny's cousin, is a treasure chest. I hope you really enjoy it, and I'd love to see some pictures of what you make.
Hello, welcome to Craft Corner. I'm Prince John, and I've got my two assistants with me. I've got Jared and River, and today we're going to be making treasure chests. Now, for treasure chests, you can use all sorts of things. There's boxes like shoe boxes. This is too large. We've also got little boxes that open like this. We need something to work like that, okay? And we also need paints, lots of paints. I've got the pots as well. Okay, so let's get cracking. Oh, the paints are all getting mixed and we're going to make these bright and colourful. Jared's going for a nice darker brown. I tell you what, I'll tell you a joke while we're doing this. You get cracking with your painting and I'll tell you a great joke. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I don't know, it's not my job to answer the door, it's the butler's. Anyway, on with the craft. And now we've done all the painting, well the kids have, we're going to leave it to dry. Right, so the boxes are all painted now. We're going to just decorate them. We've got all sorts of like stickers and glitter glue and more stickers and tape. And I've also brought my trusty Christmas decorations as well. So, we're going to get decorating now. Use your imaginations. Let's go. Right, as you're both decorating, what do you think's going to be your treasure inside your boxes? River, what are you going to put inside your box?
A jam, My Little Pony,
Yeah?
unicorn toy, and a plastic magic wand.
Some sweets?
No.
No? Jared, what about you? Mud? Rocks?
Yeah,
What are you going to put in yours, Jared?
I don't know.
Well, that's amazing work. So, if you've also made a treasure chest, please send it in to this address. And we can show it next week. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye!
Thank you, John, River, and Jared for those treasure chests. I hope you get a chance to make one and you find some great treasures to put inside it. Well, don't forget what we've learned today in our Kingdom Quest. We need to listen to the powerful King, Jesus. We'll come back next week for more in the Kingdom Quest. See you all soon. Nothing's too big, big